everything comes from the point of view of the First Amendment, the separation of church and state. First of all, what's your sentence?
Y'all stop laughing.
What's your sentence?
Y'all stop laughing.
That's a loaded question.
That one thing that people would say about me is that I'm fiercely loyal, almost to a default. That if I'm going to take something on, I'm all in, all the way, 100% to an annoying degree.
Good. 2 sentences.
Sorry.
But I'll allow it.
So I run the Spine Bookshop, and Maribel and I met at the Southern Festival of Books, and then also met through Carrie and the Rutherford County Library Alliance. I started the Spine Bookshop on my 45th birthday, and I did so with the intention of shining a light on local authors and independently published authors in the community, and have found myself, you know, after almost 3 years of running the bookshop very successfully, I found myself really relearning the First Amendment and how my shop has kind of become a safe haven for authors and readers alike, especially the last 6 months, because the Rutherford County School Board has just continually violated the rights of people everywhere, starting with the right to read what they want to read. Not all, but some of the school boards have systematically used, and I say this in quotes, God and religion as their tool to kind of shove their beliefs onto other people, by way of removing fantastically award-winning and historically accurate literature from both public and school libraries. I've always felt that those libraries exist to allow for freedom and exploration of the world around us. The books, I've always thought, are very essential to educating our community. And as a person of faith who does believe in a higher power, it's really broken my heart to see some of these people take something as amazing as a belief in a higher power and turn it into a tool of hate and call it a crusade to save our children, when I don't think that's actually what they're trying to do. I mean, everybody, okay, so the First Amendment states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or the press, or the right of people to peacefully assemble and petition the government for a redress of grievances. Like, I wrote that down specifically because I want to make sure I had it right. And, you know, to me, what that essentially means is that people have the right to live as they want to live. They have the right to read what they want to read. They have the right to believe in whatever it is that they want to believe in without subjecting other people to their own beliefs. And so witnessing Rutherford County violate federal censorship laws, regardless of the consequences, has really left me without faith in their ability to represent everyone. They are very clearly representing just a select few. And so I took a stand in September against all of this behavior, becoming a voice in the fight against banning of books and the continuous censorship and flagrant assault on minorities, the LGBTQIA+ community, and various other minorities. My goal was to be on the right side of history when looking back on my actions. I wanted to be able to look back and say that I tried. I want to be able to look my friends and family in the face and know that in my heart and soul I tried. I did something, I fought back, I tried. And so no matter what, I can at least say I tried to do something. Instead of just stand back and let a school board violate our community. And as far as I'm concerned, my bookshop, the Spine Bookshop, is always going to be a safe haven for anyone with an open mind, a loving heart, and a desire to broaden the world around them and read books that are going to make them question and think. And I don't tolerate somebody telling me what to do or what I can and cannot read. That's not going to go the way they think it's going to go. And thank you guys. That's me.
Well, thanks, Lindsay. I met Lindsay through the Rutherford County Library Alliance, They are an amazing group. What Lindsay said about fierce, this is a group of fierce people.
Yes, very much so.
They stand up. Americans United helped them out. We helped them out buy some T-shirts.
Love those
So
T-shirts.
that they're all uniform, and when they go into the school board meeting, you know, there's just this
Can I explain the
sea of
T-shirts?
purple. Please explain.
The T-shirts are hilarious. So they had this guy come in, and he took us 3 minutes, and he called us all groomers and pornographers, and banished us from, you know, wherever, I don't remember. But it was just, he spent like 3 minutes just religiously dogging us out, when all we were really asking them to do was follow federal law. So they gave money to us to get T-shirts that say "We are the banished. Liberty dies with the banning of books," which I continue to it makes me laugh. And so Thursday night, if you watched the Rutherford County School Board meeting, when they banned the books, regardless of the fact that they begged the librarians to spend their Christmas vacation rereading books they've already reread and rewriting reports they already wrote, and then proceeded to completely disregard everything the librarians said, and they banned the books anyway.
Their own protocol. Yeah, I mean, they banned their own.
No, I'm just trying to find it. We all stood up in our band T-shirts and turned our backs to them in a silent protest for their flagrant disregard and disrespect of the librarians, who are actively sobbing in the school board meeting as the school board was basically just not giving two figs, thank you, about what they all did. And it just, none of them have literary degrees with regards to curating a library curriculum, but yes, they do know better. That's right. I'm sorry. God told them so.
Well, I believe that there was a book with one word in it, masturbation.
Yeah.
Just one word.
It was the Eleanor Park book. And they even said the word masturbation was on this page, but it doesn't allude to that's what's happening, and it's not, there's no sex in the book, and it didn't pass the Miller test for obscenity, and it didn't pass the state test for being obscene. And I went in and I read every single report that they had on all of the books, which was not easy. But the basic general rule of thumb on it was not obscene, didn't pass the Miller test, not obscene. It has this word in it, but most of them said it is vital to the younger generation to read these books because it alludes them into this, that, and the other. And they just, I don't get it.
Well, thank you for being here, coming all the way from Murfreesboro. We really appreciate it. Marissa's laughing because she worked at MTSU and drove backwards and forwards, every
I have
single
podcasts. I'm good.
which brings me to Dr. Marissa Richmond, who is a huge friend of Americans United, who I know believes very strongly